Hello everybody, welcome to my channel. My name is Gabriel, coming at you straight from Queens, New York, and today we are going to be talking about some of the aftermath of the Chauvin trial, some of the aftermath of the recent shootings that have been happening out in Minnesota and Columbus, all these other places, the riots, etc. But not really specifically about any one of those things, except what I really want to talk about is what we should be doing right now in reaction to the reactions, right? So like what's happening now is that cops are basically, and it's not going to take long before this bleeds over into firefighters and to doctors and nurses and stuff like that. They are being sacrificed at the altar of social justice. They are being thrown into the lion's den as a sacrificial offering to these cultists in Antifa and BLM and most leftists and the overwhelming majority of Democratic leaders. They are being unfairly judged and set to such a high standard that it is insane that anybody would be able to achieve those type of standards, right? Even if you had a elite force of people since they were birthed trained to be nothing but firefighters or police or doctors, even those fantastical type of humans would not be able to live up to the standard that is being set in our society today, because the standard that we are trying to live up to as dictated by leftists and Democrats is a utopian dream. The standard that they are trying to apply to police especially is that police should always have a third eye. They should always be able to predict exactly how a perpetrator of a crime is going to behave. They should always know the mental and sociological and physical condition of the suspect. They should always know the exact right amount of force to use, because they're police, right? And this is what their job is supposed to be, even though this is a utopian type of dream force that people wish police were. Everybody always forgets that cops are just people just like us. They're regular. They just are the few brave souls that actually decide to take on that horrible job. So what we see now is that the state has sided with the mob, and as a result, our social servants, our heroes are being thrown under the bus. They're being sacrificed. They're being just abused and used and abused and mistreated like never before. And when their support disappears, like it is disappearing now, it's up to the people, right? It's up to the few or many, I don't know, individuals who know what is right to step up and at the very least speak out against this sacrificing that is happening right now, right? This is a sacrifice that the general society, along with the backing of the state, is doing, right? They are sacrificing these civil servants for the greater good. It's an obnoxious term, used only by the most evil of people. So that's pretty much all I'm doing right now. Is right now I can't think of another way other than just by speaking what I know to be true, right? And what I know to be true is that there are very powerful individuals in our society right now, who, with the support of the state, meaning the president, the vice president, a bunch of governors and mayors all over the country, are seeking to sacrifice the best among us. And by sacrifice, I mean put in jail or kill. That's what I mean. They want to get rid of them, as in they want them to cease. They want the best of us to end up in jail, to end up homeless, to end up dead. Just because what they feel is virtuous, right? The means justify the end to them, right? They have this mentality of you can't make an omelet without cracking a few eggs, right? So they are perfectly willing to get rid of anybody that speaks out against them. So I'm speaking out against them because this is evil. This is a bad way to run a country. We know it's a bad way to run a country because people like this tried to run a country in that same way back in the 20th century, right? We're looking at Hitler. We're looking at Mao. We're looking at Trujillo. We're looking at Cuba, right? Was Castro. So yeah, it doesn't work. Never has worked. Never will work. And it's really sad that so many people are blinded by their cult-like loyalty to some of these movements, that they're cutting off their nose despite their face. But they've drank so much Kool-Aid that they don't even feel it, you know. So if you are still aware, if you're not a drone, if you're not an NPC, if you're not somebody that is just going along to get along, if you don't have your head in the sand, if you are aware of what's going on and you are paying attention, just speak out. That's all you need to do, is just speak out against this nonsense, this zealotry. It's bad for the country. It's bad for the future of our kids. That's all for this one, man. Thanks for watching.